Good morning. This is your crypto day morning with today's date coming in that of the 3rd of March, 2019. All bets trades of the like within each his own risk, their own reward. And not much to go over on Bitcoin. Just hanging in there, really. Volatility quite microscopic. Right now with a low of 37.78 and a high of 38.15, the differential on the bottom number. You can add 21 and change, and we can add the 15. That's like 36, about 37, about 1%. Just really hanging in there. So let's move on to the next chart, and that would be ApeCoin, which isn't really doing too much. However, it's an interesting looking chart, and whenever it moves like this, I'm just waiting. I got sell orders ready to go. If they hit, they hit. If it goes down, I'll have buy orders that will hit. The next coin, that of Theta, it came up to this area between 3,600 and 4,000. The area I figured would be something to look for, an area of resistance. Resistance is stop going higher. This is day number 5 going sideways. It's something I'm not trading right now. And Ravencoin is having another amazing green candle up day. However, this is something I'm not buying. Most certainly not when it's up like this. And I can't even sell this even if I want to. And I kind of want to. However, the Ravencoin that I have is on the Cryptopia exchange, which has been hijacked, we'll say, for the last close to 2 months. But they state they're opening their mark their site on a read-only basis pretty much by Monday, and it's almost Monday in New Zealand right now. But I can't sell that at this time. So if I'm not buying it, or if I don't have the ability to sell it, I'm not going to show the chart. And I really have only made a couple trades in the last day. With the not most recent one, or the least recent one, being that of Extra Bytes on Coin Exchange. The XBY I own on Cryptopia, again, are in the hijack mode, or it's just not available. Throughout this site, I have bought 48,790 of these, costing me 0.10155 BTC. That is with all rakes and fees taken away, 208 average. And I have sold 48,790 at 0.18625. That again is with all fees, as well as a 50,000 Satoshi Bitcoin transfer taken off, for an average of 382. So therefore, selling at this upper end, buying at this lower end, it's just worked out fantastic. But I do believe this is going down. So those people that have bought are finally they're able to get onto the exchange, so they can finally get some. However, I'm pretty confident Cryptopia people are going to sell, which is why I sold everything, and I did so yesterday. My big buys are right in here. This is when it was exactly at 200. I deposited funds. Once they got in there, buy button, and there was an okay amount. I took a decent okay amount. Again, I only bought 0.1 total, and there was a lot more than that available. But that was an area where I bought pretty aggressively in different areas. In here, I started at 250, which would have been probably what would have been my first buy? Maybe here I might have got in for the first time on this exchange, that is. And then selling aggressively, the obvious spot would have been a little bit here. But it got really aggressive in here. And then aggressive on, again, a little bit here on this next retest of it, but I really wasn't able to buy back from that sale. And then yesterday, again, I'm thinking, this is just going down. I was playing around the bid order, so I put a sell order of 390, and I got some of it. And then I realized people were taking the 350 and all these different buys pretty aggressively that were available. So I sold everything I had up in here. And then I took a little over about 0.077, which I wanted to put in my hardware wallet. But I didn't want Bitcoin. So instead, I sent that amount to Poloniex. And when the Bitcoin arrived, I noticed that the ask was 297 and the bid was 295. And it's a little cheaper to get the buy order in, plus another Satoshi cheaper. If I go 296, I didn't want to match at 295 and have somebody up me. So I figured let's just put in 0.076 at that number. And as of the starting of me recording this, I have 11,000 already bought into the 25. And up to 14,800 as I'm doing this. The ratio is still the same, 296, 297. So I'm just going to keep it in play. Once it fills, I'm going to move it to my hardware wallet. If it works out that the market goes up, and it goes up to 298 on the ask price, then you can pretty much be certain it's going to be 297 someone will put in on the buy order. And I'll either have to match the buy order or just take the ask price and then make the transaction further. But this to me is, well, free coins, is profit taking, moving it into another level, because this is to be traded later on against either that of Bitcoin, Litecoin, maybe the dollar, who knows? And maybe it's something to buy with, maybe for precious metals later on. But I do look at this as accumulating. If this order fills, 25,600 and change, I'll pay a 0.15% rake fee. Excuse me, a 0.10% rake fee. So that'd be 25 coins taken off, I think, or 2.5 even. 256 would be 1%. 25 is 0.1. Yeah, I would buy 25,650 coins and get them for free if they fill my order. And here we have the chart. So 297. If I see it slip down to 296, I know I'm going to be a buyer. So I'll stick with this for maybe just a couple of minutes. I really wanted it short. We're at 7 minutes now, but 9 minutes isn't all that bad. And ever since this retest of previous high, back to it again. I like how it had the momentum moving forward to get there. It really didn't surprise me it was doing this. And we could certainly pull back more. For we got 284 as the 18 average of highs, and it's rising. And even below that, we got the 18 average of lows rising from 269. But it's been a small amount of pause movement, breaking out above this, and we can take a gander on the shorter term. And at 296, I just bought something. Did I get my order fill? No, I'm at 15,500. So they're just progressively selling it to me. It's an okay size order. I don't usually have orders that big for one size at 0.07. Usually, if it's over 0.02, 0.03, that's a pretty big size order for me. Okay, then, and that's not including Litecoin, of course. And even then, still, yeah, even then, still it is. So therefore, we have a nice little holding in there right now within this 18. It did make this lower high to here, but it also made a significant lower high here to this, and still managed to go through. And even if it does break down a bit further, this has been in just a steady, nice uptrend. One area that I came back from was this area in here, the resistance, the congestion area from this point, and that's just the next level at 285, 286. Then after that, we got at least this level here, and that's, of course, if it's doing it, because breaking this level of resistance, well, that's new charted territories. Or at least on the longer term, it's an established breakout here. Has a big move in October of 2015. I know you can't see it well, but if we look at the numbers beforehand, we can see a low of 51, high of 61. And then up here, we got high of 185. That in itself should say what kind of move that was. And I mean, this one is obviously, yeah, it's obvious. And as is this one. This one was a good move, going from 262 up to 516. Higher low pullback, an aggressive one at around 300. Back up to 680. And of course now, if we're leaving this, and my order has just been filled as I've just checked it. So I got 25,000. I'll be sending to my hardware wallet after the completion of this video. 371. I mean, those are areas on the next move. Conservatively, I have to think Even 317 I would maybe, I know it could. I'm going conservatively close to 340. Keyword conservatively. I think realistically or on a 50-50 level what its move would be, and pending it has to have that move, of course, which is the break above key resistance. I'd be thinking in this congestion support area, 379, 383-ish, ballpark area, 387, something in that time frame. And it definitely has the potential to be like, oh, like it was here. We have maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks with this thing. Next thing you know, it's 650, 1,200. And who knows what could happen if we do start to talk about breaking the 2017 highs at a little over 2,000 Satoshi. But for now, its attempt is breaking out above this level of resistance. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.